All right, now we are going to trace lowercase d. If you remember from my video, I said that lowercase d looks like a door with a doorknob. So this tall man here is the door, and this is the doorknob. You have to open the door, use the doorknob before the door, otherwise you wouldn't be able to open your door. So when we make lowercase d, first we're going to make a ball, then we make a tall man. Let's trace. We're going to make a ball, then a tall man. A ball, then a tall man. A ball, and then a tall man. Trace on the dotted lines. A ball, and a tall man, and a ball, and a tall man. Let's go down and trace row number 2. First we trace the ball, then we do our tall man. For lowercase d, a ball and a tall man. A ball and a tall man. A ball and a tall man. Let's trace 3 more. A ball and a tall man. Make sure your ball is in the downstairs and your tall man goes all the way from the top to the bottom. Last one, a ball and a tall man. Now we're going to trace lowercase d and we're going to write it 6 times on the line. Trace with me. Ball first, then the tall man. Even with this one, we're going to make a ball and then a tall man. 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 Make sure he's a really tall man. A ball for the doorknob and then a tall man for the door. A ball and a tall man. If you are not caught up with me, it's perfectly fine to go ahead and pause the video so that you can catch up, okay? Make sure that you have spaces in between each letter. Do not write them on top of each other. Don't write any more than I have and don't write any less than I have. Your paper should look exactly like my paper. We're going to do the same thing in row number 4. So let's trace lowercase d, our ball with our tall man. Then we're going to drop down right where we traced this one, and I'm going to make my ball, and then I'm going to do my tall man. Ball first, then the tall man. Ball first, and then the tall man. Ball first, then the tall man. 2 more. Ball first, then the tall man. I'm going to show you on this last one what I don't want to see. Please do not make a ball and then make the tall man over here. That doesn't look the same as this. I don't want to see that. Ball, tall man touching. So now we're going to drop down here and we are going to trace the word dad and we're going to write it 2 times on the line. Let's trace the word dad. So we have our lowercase d, so we know we're going to do our ball and a tall man. A is almost the same. We make that ball first and a short man. Then we're going to do D again. Ball and a tall man. Let's write it. Ball, tall man, ball, short man, ball, tall man. Dad. Let's do it again. Ball, tall man, ball, short man, ball, tall man. Dad. Now we're going to trace and write the word dog, and we're going to write it 2 times on the line. Ball and a tall man. O is just a ball, and G is a ball with a fish hook. Once we're done tracing, let's write it. A ball with a tall man, a ball, and then a ball with a fish hook. One more time. Lowercase d, O, G. In the last row, we're going to write the word made, and we're going to just write it one time on the line. Let's trace it. M, A, D, E. Now let's write it one time, nice and neat. M, A, D, E. Your paper should look exactly like mine. Make sure you have nice spaces. Make sure that the ball and the tall man are touching. If they're not, erase it and do it again. Make sure that you have written your words next to where we trace them. Your paper should look exactly like mine. Make sure that you take a picture of this page and submit it on Canvas for this assignment.